Super League returns.
The European Super League.
A European Super League.
And we're still talking about it. The European Super League.
European Super League.
It's because of a court judgment that has handed a win to the European Super League.
How is there a conversation around the potential of a Super League?
2 years ago, on the 18th of April 2021, 12 of the biggest clubs in European football came together to announce the creation of a new Super League, which planned to break away from UEFA in a bid to change football forever. However, after a lot of opposition from UEFA and all of Europe's top leagues, the Super League failed, with multiple clubs dropping out of the league just days after it was announced, and the Super League was no more. And now it's back. Yeah. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down what's been happening over the past few days and weeks with the entire thing and give my thoughts on the entire situation as a whole. So yeah, let's get into it. So as I said at the start, a few years ago, 12 of Europe's biggest clubs came together to announce a new Super League. This included Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Spurs, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid, AC Milan, Inter Milan and Juventus, with PSG and Bayern Munich rejecting the offer to join. And essentially this league was basically an attempt to save football, according to Real Madrid president Florentino Perez, who was the leader of the entire operation. And the Super League looked to break away from the UEFA Champions League and basically have these clubs set up their own competition to try and save football, when really it was just an attempt to get more money. There's literally no other way of putting it, as these clubs were offered insane amounts of money just to join this league. However, very quickly this newly proposed Super League faced strong opposition from all of Europe's top leagues, with fans of the clubs getting involved and even the British government at one point. And of course the main opposition to all of this Super League stuff was UEFA themselves, who threatened to ban all the teams involved from every UEFA competition. This included the Euros, the Champions League and the Europa League. And after strong opposition, the Super League just fell apart, with clubs pulling out the plan just days after it was announced, starting with Chelsea, then Man City, then the rest followed along. But now it is back, as on the 21st of April 2023, the European Court of Justice stated that FIFA and UEFA had acted unlawfully and abused a dominant position by threatening the Super League clubs with the sanctions I just mentioned. And to cut a long story short, the new European Super League proposal was announced, with Florentino Perez saying that European club football is not and will never again be a monopoly. And secondly, that from today, the clubs will be the masters of their own destiny. We, the clubs, see our right to propose and promote European competitions that modernise our sport and attract fans from all over the world. Today, the Europe of freedoms has triumphed again, and today, so have football and its fans. And what this simply means is that UEFA and FIFA have basically been told off and have been told they cannot bully clubs into doing what they want, which essentially gives the green light to the whole European Super League. So what does this all actually mean though, and what does this newly proposed league look like? So essentially there are three tiers or leagues or whatever you want to call it. There is the Blue League, the Gold League and the Star League, which to be honest just sounds like something from Mario Kart. But basically the entire competition will consist of 64 teams. The Star and Gold League will have 16 teams that will be split into 2 groups of 8, and the Blue League, the lowest league, will consist of 32 teams split into 4 groups of 8. And from September to April there will essentially be a league format where each team in each tier or league will play each other twice home and away. And at the end of this league period, the top 4 teams from both groups in the Gold and Star League will progress to a knockout stage, and the top 2 in each group of the Blue League will progress to the knockout stage as well. And from then on, each team that has made it to this knockout stage will play a quarter-final, a semi-final and then a final to determine who will be crowned the Super League champion. And if you're seeing this for the first time, you might be wondering, like me, how certain clubs will be in certain tiers and how this is all determined, and what the criteria is to get in each league. And this is where the relegation side of things come in, which is completely different to what was announced 2 years ago, where there was no relegation at all. So essentially now there is a relegation and promotion system, with the bottom team in each group of the Star League being relegated to the Gold League, whilst the 2 finalists of the Gold League will then be promoted to the Star League, taking the place of the 2 relegated clubs. The same rule also applies to the Gold and Blue League. Top 2 comes up and the bottom 2 goes down. And now this is the interesting part.
This is where the fun begins.
The bottom 20 clubs in the Blue League will all be dropped from the league entirely and will be replaced by 20 of the best performing clubs in Europe based on league performance and other factors, which to be honest is kind of crazy when you think about it, when you just have 20 teams completely dropped from the competition. And And I'll be completely honest with you guys, I don't know where I stand on this. I really don't. Not at this stage anyway, because to be honest, it's still in its early stages. And I mean, if I was reacting to the Super League 2 years ago, I would probably be furious, and I was furious. And so was everyone else. But this time, things just kind of feel a bit different, and I don't know why. And in terms of everyone else's reaction that I've seen, it's sort of been a mixed bag, with some people actually being in favour of this new Super League, and the fact that it sort of stood up to UEFA and FIFA and their monopoly on football. And you know what? That's actually kind of hard to disagree with, because UEFA and FIFA aren't the most innocent organisations. We know that. I mean, there's an entire Netflix documentary on FIFA and its corruption alone. But then again, on the other hand, a lot of people have had a similar reaction to when the Super League was announced 2 years ago, with a lot of fans condemning the whole operation and some fans even protesting outside stadiums, saying it's a money-making scheme and basically a way of protecting the bigger clubs and putting the smaller clubs at a disadvantage. And again, that's hard to disagree with. And at the end of the day, listen, football is a global sport with a huge reach across the globe, and with that comes lots of money, and with lots of money comes greed and corruption. And to be honest, no one is really a winner in this situation, because you basically got two corrupt corporations going against each other for money. But yeah, what do you guys think? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you have enjoyed this sort of rambly sort of video, make sure to drop a like, and why not subscribe if you're new around here as well to support the channel. And as always, thanks for watching. This has been Discussing More.